Hello, viewers. Welcome. Let's have a discussion on this. This is episode number 30, but still we are on compound angles, picking past questions to see how we can apply the concept we learned in the previous episode. So if cos x is given as negative 3 on 5, which is within the range of, this is 180, so 90 to 180. Then the sine of y, which is 5 on 13, from 0 to 90. So we need to find cos x plus y. This is the sum of what? Two angles measured. So we need that in this expansion, we need a sine of both the x and the y. But we have the y, we need the x. We also need the cos of both x and y. So we need to find their fraction form or their ratio form. Now, this is showing 90 to 180, meaning we are in the second quadrant. So if I have a representation in the second quadrant, is going to be here. So if I extend this and I have my right angle here, the reference angle, I'm going for the first one, which is what? X. This angle here, remember what we have as the acronym, SOHCAHTOA. So is for sine, CA is for cos. This means that the adjacent side is the first number and the hypotenuse is the second number from here. The negative is showing the quadrant in which we are having the reference angle. So what do we do? This is the opposite side, hypotenuse adjacent. So 3, hypotenuse is what? 5. So it is here that we need to find the opposite side. Let's indicate, okay, y is here. So let's indicate here with the letter, let's say n. So to find n using Pythagoras theorem, I can have n squared plus 5, So we have n squared plus 3 squared equals to 5 squared from Pythagoras theorem, where the longest side is the hypotenuse. So this is going to be n squared equals to 25 in the case of this, minus what? 9. 9 in the case of this. So n will be equals to the root of 16. That gives us what? 4. So if that is the case, then thinking about the sine of x, which is the opposite side, which is going to be the 4 over the hypotenuse. So for the angle x, we know the sine, we know the cos. Then we need to find for the y, which is here from 0 to 90, meaning the first quadrant. So if I draw that, this is where our angle y is going to be as a reference angle. So is the opposite hypotenuse. Opposite 5, hypotenuse 3. Then let's have this one to be m, so that we can find the m also. By the Pythagoras theorem, you have your 13 squared equals to 5 squared plus what? N squared. Is that not it? So we maintain this one there and have our, okay, let's have the n equals to 169, which is here, then minus what? 25. If you subtract that, you still be having 144. So the root of 144 make n equals to 12. So here is 12. Therefore, the cos of the angle y, which is CA, the adjacent side here, 12, over the hypotenuse, 13. So that is what we are looking for. So now, coming to the question, which is the cos of x plus y, the sum of the two angles. It is being expanded, let me write it this way, as the cos of x, the cos of y, minus the sine of x, the sine of what? Y. That is by the expansion. If you watch the, I think, 25th episode or so, we've delved into how we are able to derive these formulas. So now we can replace them by their respective fractions. So cos x is given as negative 3 on 5 multiplying cos y, which is now 13, not 12 on 13 minus the sine x. Sine x is 4 on 5. Then the sine y is given in the question as what? 5 on what? 13. So now let's multiply and see. I think in the case of this negative is supposed to be inside the bracket. It doesn't change anything, but for clarity's sake. So this will be 36, right? 36. So negative 36 divided by 65 minus, we know this 5 will cancel this. So I should be left with only 4 divided by what? 13. And if I multiply here by 5, as in, let's say we have minus 36 over 65 minus 5 times this, 20, 5 times this, 65. So that I have the same denominator, so I can work with the numerators. So minus 36 minus 20, that will give you minus 56. So this becomes minus 56 divided by what? 65. I'm not sure we will get a common factor. 2 will be a common factor here, but 5 here. So this becomes the final expression for cos x plus what? Y. This is a application. This is just to show how we are able to apply the formula for the sums and difference we learned in the previous episode. Share the video, like, comment, and subscribe.